Leo, welcome to July and your monthly reading for July. I've got a whole bunch of decks. I just didn't want to be without this month. So happy birthday to you, Leo. If you're a July birthday here, happy summer. If you are in the Northern Hemisphere, and let's go ahead and just dive into what's coming up for you guys this month. I'm getting excited to change up a little monthly reading layout, but for now, we'll just keep the Celtic cross and see how it goes. All right, Leo, let's get an overall energy for you guys. Ooh, the moon. I love how cooling that is for the month of July for you. It's like July, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, is one of our hottest times of the month. So sorry, I'm getting over a cold, is one of our hottest times of the year. It's one of the brightest times of the year. It's usually one where a lot of people are on summer vacation, where we're usually out and about. So the moon, there could just be some things that you're not seeing, not feeling. It's going to be a very intuitive month for you. There could be a lot of changing feelings. You could be in your feels. Think of all the different cycles of the moon, right? So you could be cycling through a lot of emotional hits, a lot of intuitive hits. It could be a time where you just might not have the full picture yet, but you are really feeling it out. I feel like there's just this whole universe that's going to be sort of counter or in concert with like how bright and exciting and usually active the month of July is, at least for us in the Northern Hemisphere. It's winter for you guys down under. But there's going to be this really beautiful counterbalance, counter universe as you navigate this summer month, Leo, for deep intuition, deep emotion, and deep emotional or inner world to be explored. Okay, let's get you guys an angel card. This is the Archangel deck. Who wants to kind of be with you this month, help you on your journey? Clairvoyance. So really leaning into intuition, really leaning into your inner world again to explore your outer world. Get ready to feel very in tune this month, Leo, or at least have opportunities that put you in touch with your intuition and how you can best use your inner world, your inner knowing, your connection to spirit to navigate whatever is going on for you this month. Archangel Raziel, I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. So clairvoyance is one of the 5 clairs. It's one of the 5 senses. And it's clear sight. So there's alignment there, and I guess I didn't explain the card at all. It's just like, yeah, obviously, clairvoyance fits perfectly with the moon for you, Leo, here in the month of July. There's alignment there in his sort of scepter there on the left-hand side. That always reminds me of all of the chakras aligned. So that big, beautiful, bright, glowing light chakra there on the top is the crown chakra. Can relate to the crown chakra as being sort of like the brightest, the lightest, the most on fire there for you. And that's where clairvoyance is coming in. That is spirit being in touch with your physical body and sort of giving you clear vision, knowing vision for what's coming up for you in July to help you see through. So be aware that you are going to have moments of very clear intuition, very clear vision, and I would say really encourage you to put yourself into places, situations this month where you can touch into that even more, right? So whether that's nature for you, or whether that's daily meditation for you, or whether it's closing your eyes and just kind of leaning into what you want to envision, what you want your life to look like, that's going to be a really powerful tool for you this month, Leo. Okay, one more. What else is going on for you guys? Truth. And how beautiful is that, again, with the moon and clairvoyance. So the moon, we usually find our truth. We usually have a need for clarity when we are in the depths of uncertainty or non-clarity, right? The moon talks about a time of night. We don't know what's around the corner. We have less vision, less physical vision. Things aren't clear yet. We're still feeling things out. It's a very feelings card, and that can help us hone our truth. We need to rely on other heightened senses to find our way through the dark, right? So it helps us really hone our truth. You have to close your eyes. You don't have all the vision, and really lean into where is your heart taking you. And again, the roses here in full bloom, really speaking to an open heart, an open access to your heart and where that's taking you, and where's your heart leading you to your deepest truth this month, Leo. So I'm really excited. Let's see what comes up for you in the Celtic cross here, because this is already proving to be a very interesting month. Very interesting. Let's see. This is the Modern Witch Tarot. Thought this would be really fun to use this month. Let's lay out a Celtic cross for you guys. One more here. You know, sometimes people do these like fancy video moments where they just like shuffle through all of this really quickly for you guys. That ain't me. So welcome to just hanging out while we lay out all the cards. Okay. And I'll be clarifying with Biddy Tarot's Everyday Tarot, which I love as a clarifier. I just love this little deck. It's just such a good little like overall go-to amazing deck. Okay, Leo, what is here in the center of your month? Center energy. What will you be working on the most this month? Three of Swords in reverse. Well, this makes a lot of sense with all of these cards here. A lot of leaning into intuition and unknowing. Three of Swords in reverse is you're coming out of a time of heartbreak. Okay, so what I'm seeing for you this month, the focus of this month could really be learning from heartbreak, learning from emotional turbulence, learning from places that have had you grieve before, whether that's in relationship to yourself, recent losses, death in the family, ways that you've had to move on in your life that have been really painful, learning from those and taking the lessons that you've learned and putting them into place for how you want to create your relationships, how you want to integrate lessons in your life from those deaths, those losses, whether they are actual or a metaphorical, and taking that this month and really integrating the lessons that you've learned from this broken heart, and how you want it to shape your future, shape your relationships, shape how you move forward in work and life and family. And that's really beautiful. It's reminding me of that, I think it's a Japanese phrase that says, or it's Rumi. I'm thinking of like the Japanese metaphor where it's like when you break a bowl, they redo it in gold leaf, because where the crack is, that's where the light comes in. I'm mixing metaphors. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. But what's very clear is where we break open is the access point for the most healing, the most wisdom, and the most access for us to reassess, recreate, and consciously create where and how we want to move forward, right? Okay, crossing you, everything is fine. This deck is really interesting. So this is the Ten of Swords. It has two Ten of Swords cards, and one says Ten of Swords and one says everything is fine. This deck in particular didn't come with like a little booklet. I was so confused. I was kind of looking it up, seeing if they had any guidance on it, which is totally fine. Cards are intuitive, so we don't need the booklet, but I thought it was hilarious that this one has Two of Swords, two Ten of Swords cards, which talk about overwhelm, which feel like you are thinking about what other people are saying about you, feeling stabbed in the back. And one is like, okay, I'm taking that on. I'm understanding that I am done right now. I feel totally overwhelmed. I feel really hurt by other people. I feel hurt by my own thoughts. And then there's this one that says everything is fine. So, and sometimes the Three of Swords in reverse can be a little bit of denial of feeling our pain or of our grief. We don't want to be in the grief, right? So are you really in a place where you have digested what you need to feel from these experiences this month, Leo, and you're taking that and really investing and moving on consciously? Or are you avoiding your feelings? Everything's totally fine. She's like in a black hellscape and she's just like scrolling on her phone. Is this you, Leo? Do you really need to admit to yourself that like things don't feel very good right now and you would prefer them to be a different way? Because if so, you can admit that everything is not fine. It's time to sit down and really sit with the truth of how things are going. Maybe you really need to come to terms with the fact that you don't feel very good emotionally and let that take you to a better place. That's totally, absolutely possible. If this is true, your best way to feeling better, Leo, is through, not avoiding. Okay, what's here in the foundation? What's in the subconscious? What are you building the rest of this month off of? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So things having not gone your way, potentially big life changes happening here that could potentially feel really unsettling. Like there's something in your subconscious that says things aren't going the way that I want. I thought it would work differently. I didn't plan for this. Big disturbances that are ultimately for your highest good, your highest benefit, but that you didn't particularly want, you didn't want to create. Yes, leading to new realities, new inspirations, seeing things a totally different way. So I got fired from a job a few years ago. It was totally unexpected. They were doing downsizes. It wasn't the best fit for me anyways, and I was exhausted and overworked all of the time, but it was a job and I was needing it at the time, and I got fired unexpectedly. It was an event that I did not plan for, thought the world was against me, was out of a job for 6 months, had no idea what I was going to do, and it allowed me to start my own business where I had total new inspiration, new horizons. Things became very clear in my life. That's exactly what's going on here for you guys in the subconscious. Some kind of event is happening in your life, whether it be a job, relationship, whatever sector of life it is. It's not going so well for you this month, Leo, or hasn't been going so well. And you could be resisting the universe. You could be resisting the universe here. But let me tell you, it's all in your highest benefit. It's all in your highest good. It is pushing you to create so much clarity here around how you want things to be, on how you want, where you want to go. And it's lining up with all of these cards that we first pulled here. There could be a lot of confusion here or ways that you just can't see clearly through this month that is really honing your ability to lean into your intuition and your higher vision, co-collaborate with spirit, and come out with real deep truth of who you are, who you want to be surrounded with, how you want to run your business, blah, 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 right? So what happened here in the recent past? Oh man. Something is not going your way, Leo. 6 of Wands is a card about victory. It's a card about celebrating recent successes, creative successes. 4 of Cups just flew out there in reverse, but it's a whole pile of cards, so we're going to get a more specific one. So something happened here in the recent past that was a failure. You might have felt was a failure, or you were waiting on success that didn't happen. And might have felt like it set you back. It could have come with a lot of arguments, a lot of words back and forth. Maybe there was like some fighting on social media or some DMs or some emails that came in or some texts. Page of Swords, when it comes in here, is a lot about just like a lot of words. And sometimes those are helpful, but oftentimes they're not so productive, especially when it comes with the 6 of Wands in reverse. Someone was telling you off, someone wanted to argue, someone didn't want to put something down. Maybe that was you, Leo, but in the recent past, there was some kind of argument that happened around some kind of failure or some way that things didn't work out. What are you consciously looking forward to this month? Consciously wanting to manifest? 7 of Wands in reverse. You're tired, Leo. You're like, you know what? I don't want to keep fighting for my position here. I don't want to keep fighting. I don't want to have to keep fighting for what I believe in, for who I am. I don't want to have to keep justifying myself. And that's okay. I support you. It looks like you're going through a lot here, baby. And taking good care of yourself, not having to justify each and everything that you're doing is absolute. Oops, that one just like wanted to come out. Oh, honey. Okay. You are done. There is someone that this reading is speaking to very specifically that's like, it's time to give up. We have this 10 of Swords again here in your conscious position. You're like, I'm done trying to explain myself. I'm done trying to fend this off. I feel totally exhausted. I don't feel supported. In fact, I feel like people are all over me, telling me how it should be, telling me that I'm not doing it good enough, I'm not doing it well enough. Ten of Swords is our ability to communicate. It's also our words that we have for ourselves, our inner dialogue. So when we're laying here on the floor, stabbed in the back, this is a card of feeling like other people have done us wrong, but it can also be like our inner dialogue. The sun is setting here. There's no hope. It's very, very dramatic. So even if you have been avoiding this feeling, or if you've been trying to like tread water and stay above like the feeling of depression or the feeling of overwhelm or the feeling that like whatever you're really trying to effort for here, Leo, you understand very clearly like you don't want to keep doing it this way. Seven of Wands is a card about like standing up for what you believe in, standing up for like, you know, fending off the competition, really being proud of where you've come. And you can be proud of where you've come and proud of how far you've gone. And this month might really be showing you that it's an internal journey that you can do by yourself. It might be time to really walk away from any conflict or anything that's making you feel overwhelmed. Really, really, really tending to the truth of the situation, which might mean you need a break. You need to set some boundaries this month with people. You need to tell whoever it is that's coming at you in your DMs or your phone, like maybe do you need to block some people here? I mean, this is very, very clear, Leo, that you're going through a little bit of a rough patch. And if none of this is landing for you, feel free to watch your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, and get the message there that would work best for you. This is very clearly for someone that needs to be encouraged and supported here and really seen in your grief and how hard things have been or are for you right now, and comforted in knowing that it's true, babe. Whatever you're going through is like, I see you, and I'm so sorry, and you deserve some rest here, and you deserve some support, and I got that for you. Tarot's got that for you. It's like, I see you. You don't have to keep carrying it. Let it go. Be very clear this month that what you're working towards is a whole new vision based on all this confusion, and really you're going to get to the truth of the matter and feel better, and you are very clear that you are done and that you don't have to fight for your position anymore, defend yourself anymore. Okay, what's coming up for you in the future? Okay, Three of Cups in reverse. So the Three of Cups can be a card of celebration. So on one hand, I could say, well, coming up into the future, you might be spending some more time by yourself. You might be like spending less time partying. This could be a time where you are coming out of joint celebrations or just like being out in the world so much to find some contemplative time, to find some you time. But in all of this context of what's going on, the Three of Cups can also speak to like too many people in a relationship, right? So traditionally, some tarot readers read this as like cheating or there's a third party situation going on. I don't tend to read the Three of Cups that way, but in the context of all of this, you know, coming out of the Three of Cups here in the future might just say, if there are too many people involved in a relationship, whether that's romantic, whether that's at work, whether that is at home, there's too many people weighing in, there's too much conflict, there's too many cooks in the kitchen, then this is a really comforting card to know that you are coming out of that energy. You are going to set some boundaries here in the future. Whoops. Okay, this really wanted to pop out. Two of Swords in reverse. You are coming out of any confusion. Like there was some kind of stalemate here, right? Like with these upright, it says, oh, we're having such a great time. We're like partying together and celebrating life and like having so much fun being in a relationship with each other, but there's some kind of stalemate. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how to move forward. I don't know how this is going to be sustainable. This doesn't feel good to me. So when it's in reverse, like we're coming out of what's not working in celebration here. We're coming out of what's not working with so many people in relationship with each other right now. And we are coming out of any confusion of how to move forward. So again, I love this for you because the Two of Swords really speaks to being in a time of, she's blindfolded here with her swords up, right? Blindfolded. She can't see where she's going and she's not going to say anything, right? Our swords representing communication, our thoughts, our mental ability, messages coming in, messages going out, they're up. She's like, I'm going to wait until I know very clearly what I'm going to do. And the blindfold says, I'm not going to see my way through it. I'm not going to think my way through it. I'm going to feel my way through it. That's always the message with the Two of Swords. Where's the water? Where's the emotional tie-in? Where can you really find your intuition here? And so there's no longer any more waiting. You're moving into a time here in the future, in July here, Leo, where you're going to feel very clear about what you need. And that's very much in alignment with all of this. So you're being successful in leaning into support from spirit, your intuition, to get you through a confusing time by really finding your truth. That's very clear here. And it might take setting some very clear boundaries with people in your life. Maybe this is about your kids. You know, maybe your kids are running wild in summer or winter break, or maybe you have a friend group that just has not been working for you and it's making you feel really shitty the way that people are talking about each other. Maybe you've like outgrown a certain relationship here. Either way, you are coming out of confusion and into some massive clarity around how to move forward. Okay, how are you feeling about all of it? Oh, honey, every single card so far has been in reverse. So it's going to take some work to undo what you've been doing. 7 of Pentacles is a card about tending the garden, growing those seeds, getting what you want, tending to the project at hand. Look, she's just waiting for them to come up. She's kind of bored. She's just waiting for what she has already started to bear fruit so she can use it, so she can grab those pentacles and go buy a coffee. When it's in reverse, we are kind of like undoing the work that we've done to do something else. So, and that makes total sense with where you're at. You're feeling like you've put a lot of effort, a lot of time into growing something very stable. This could absolutely be a job, but it could also be maybe like a home project or absolutely relationships. You've worked really hard at something for a finite resolution or a finite outcome. And when it's in reverse, we're untangling that. We're starting to unravel whatever we've done. And you might be doing it with some other people, with some help. 3 of Pentacles is about tutelage. It's about being trained on something, and it's about working with others to really create the next finite step. So I love that. This could be working with a therapist. This could be working with a coach. This could be working with and collaborating at work, but it's in an effort to kind of undo whatever's happening here to make this go away. And what I love about this is Pentacles. So you are feeling very grounded. You are feeling very active, and you are feeling very like tangible. Whatever you're doing will be concrete action steps to kind of assist or help whatever's going on over here, Leo. Because look at how many swords we have. This is mental body. We have wands here, more swords, cups. We're in our feels, we're in our thoughts, we're thinking, we're feeling, we're grieving, we're feeling overwhelmed, we're being thrown into situations that the universe is giving to us. And the way you are handling it, Leo, is like a boss. I'm not going to keep growing something that's not working for me, and I'm going to get help undoing it. Whether it's external with my family, whether I jump into projects at work that's helping me grow in a different direction, or whether you're working directly with a therapist or a best friend in order to kind of untangle what's tangled, you are like, I got this. So I'm not worried about you at all. Okay, people, places, things surrounding you this month that might be helping or hindering you. Oh, girl. Okay, Leo, you are just going through it this month. Ace of Swords in reverse says there could be a lot of folks around you that just don't like what you're doing, that might actively fight against you, that could really be expressing ways that they don't like what you're thinking or saying to them. And that's perfectly in line with everything that's happening, because if you've got a lot of bullshit going on and you are setting boundaries, not everyone's going to be stoked about that, right? Like people we are in relationship with, who are benefiting from the ways that the relationship is, don't like it when you set boundaries. But this is perfect because what's surrounding you this month is going to be very clear that you are ready for the next step in the next new journey that's new, that is not including anything that doesn't work for you. And I'll give you an example. I went through, and I hope these personal examples are helpful. I hope they give you like tangible examples, so I'm not just like speaking theoretically. But I went through a breakup a little while ago, and it was a little messy, right? So the person on the other side wasn't very nice. And I was like, well, oh gosh, okay, that's not acceptable at all, but I'm still gonna try. I'm gonna try to see if we can do this well, respectfully, and tie up things where we can still like be in each other's lives and, you know, really honor the time that we spent together. That's how I wanted to show up. This person on the other side doubled down on their nasty behavior. And it was like, so it actually helped me so much. It was painful, but it was a gift from the universe that showed me, Okay, great. I actually need to grieve my feelings and I need to move on to totally new adventures. Thank you so much for your crazy, insane, abusive behavior. I was fine. I wasn't like, there wasn't crazy physical abuse in any way, right? But like when someone is like mean to us or doesn't respect us at all, that is not something we tolerate, right? It's not something we tolerate. And it made it extremely clear that I was ready for new adventures. I needed to cut ties and move on and leave everything behind, forgive completely, let all of the baggage go, and be set to find new adventures. And that's exactly what this combo is. In your environment, people, places, things, relationships, folks showing up for you this month around you, Leo, you might get a sassy answer. You might get people who don't like what you're saying or doing. You might get messages or communication or emails. You know, the swords talk about communication. You might get a lot of folks saying they don't like what you're saying or doing, and let that help you move on to bigger and better, more beautiful shores. Okay, biggest fears, biggest excitements, wishes this month. Oh, honey, every single card in reverse. Okay, Page of Cups, you're really, really hoping for like that repair. You're so hoping that someone might come out of the woodwork and say, I'm so sorry, please let me do it a different way. You're so hoping for like messages of love, messages of forgiveness, and you are also just completely fearing that you're never gonna get them. Page of Cups in reverse. Look at how cute she is. She's so excited to like give her little cup of love and her little high tops. And it's just this very sweet offer of love that's very open, that's very vulnerable. The Page of Cups is about messages. Page of Cups, messages of love, messages of relationship. When it's in reverse here in this position, you're just afraid that you're never gonna get the emotional healing that you want here. And you're afraid it's going to keep you stuck. 8 of Cups is about moving on. If you don't get the forgiveness, you can't move on. But let me tell you, Leo, it works the opposite way, doesn't it? Once you move on from a situation, you get the healing. Don't wait for the healing that you think should come. Don't wait for the forgiveness that might never come. Don't wait for like the conversation from the other side you really want to happen. If you are dealing with some BS like there is on the table right now, you can't wait for this person or this situation to show up in a whole different state of consciousness to say, Leo, I'm so sorry. I acted like such a bee. I can't believe I would say that to you. I can't believe I did that to you at work. I can't believe this person and this person is acting to you that way. You cannot wait for that. You can't. You have to move on because it takes really learning and jumping to a whole new level of consciousness. This is really pushing you to new levels of truth and understanding about who you are and where you want to be this month. Okay, culmination here. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. All right. So, Leo, you are, I actually love this for you because here are the Pentacles. How are you feeling about all of this? What are you doing about it? How are you acting about it? You're very grounded in how you're doing it. And what is the culminating card? It's a card of material gain, material wealth, financial acumen. It's in reverse, but it's on the card. It's on the table here. When it's upright, this is a gift from the universe, right? Like this hand just out of nowhere, God's hand just offering you a new job, or an inheritance falls in your lap, or you get a check in the mail for $100 from PGE because you paid so much money last month or whatever, right? When it's in reverse, sometimes we're just working for our own opportunities. And that's what I see you doing this month, Leo. You are leveling up. Like you are making the effort, you are putting in the work, you are you are grieving, you are letting this time like really open you up to a whole new level of you. And your efforts are paying off. Oh, Leo, I love this for you. Clarified by this really beautiful Queen of Cups. Can we please just take a moment and love how much this is ending for you based on the rest of this bullshit that's going on that you've been having to deal with? You are coming out of this month having worked very hard for this next opportunity that's coming for you. There are new beginnings. There is new wealth. There is a new relationship that will be grounded, stable, buildable, and you've worked for it. You've chosen it. It's not just coming out of the sky. It's not just being given to you. You are actively choosing what's best for you, and you are going to feel full of love, Leo. This is so sweet. This is so beautiful. This is the healing balm for you of everything you've been going for. And don't feel like you have to wait till the end of the month to feel this. This is available for you maybe like right now. You are going to feel just overflowingly full of love, of forgiveness, of emotional maturity. And you're going to be able to hold that for other people. This could also be someone coming into your life at the end of the month that really holds that space for you. Look at all those sparkles. I don't want to end this reading because I really want you to take this in about how beautiful this is, how beautiful this ending is from the rest of the reading. So Leo, you are my champion this month. This is so beautiful. I really want you to understand that whatever you're going through ends in the most amazing way because of the way that you are choosing to face whatever hardship you're going through. And as you choose to face it with integrity and set up clear boundaries and allow the change and the challenge to shape who you are and who you want to be, you come out on top. You come out with new, finite, gorgeous opportunities in work or financially, or a new relationship here that help you feel like you are just on top of the world and overflowing with love and completely in touch with God and your own intuition and your own heart here. That's who the Queen of Cups is. So just a really, really beautiful end to this reading. Leo, I'm giving you a huge hug. And I'm giving you a huge high five. You don't need either because you are clearly such a boss here this month. And I am just clapping my hands for you as you gallop towards the next level of life because you leveling up big time. Okay, thanks so much for being here. I hope it's a really, really wonderful month.